Like this car, this channel sat dead for far too long, but now we are back. And we are back for a good reason, and that is this. My Nissan Skyline R34 GTT, which I purchased back in 2023. Now, when I bought this car, I had big plans for it. I'd had Skylines in the past, and I'd done a pretty decent job, I'd like to say, of turning that into a really nice example. With this one, I spent a lot of money on it. There are a lot more for the R34. It was my dream car, so I really wanted to get it, and I managed to achieve it. But life, time, money, all gets in the way. Now we have that, we can put some time into it and turn it into something that it should be. We're going to go for a presentable, usable, but still show-worthy car. So first of all, we're going to go around the car, point out all the bad bits that need addressing, and we're going to finish off the car with a sort of a micro detail. There's no point going into massive depths because we've got rust blistering on here, so you're never going to, no point buffing the car. But we can get it to a nice, decent level and ready to start work on it once a ramp frees up in this hectic workshop. So on the surface of it, this car probably doesn't look that bad other than a little bit tired. But if we zoom in closer, we can see the paint is not in great condition. We've got chips, dirt everywhere. You can see these lights have faded and clouded over. Now I've buffed these a few times, but they always go back. As soon as the sun comes out, they just oxidize and go yellow. Going around the car a bit further, the front arches are okay. That's never a problem on these Skylines, in fairness. But if we go to the rear ones, that's where we see the actual problem. Now, if I can zoom in right there, you can see it starting to chip away and rust underneath. That's common on these cars, but there's nothing too bad at the moment. The other side is a bit worse. As you can see there, it's really starting to blister now, so that is not good at all. The first thing to take care of on this car is the brakes. As you can see, the condition of these is not good at all. I think the calipers could do with a nice fresh coat of paint, new disc and pads, and basically tidy up all this area here. So the second thing after the brakes, I think, is going to be get underneath the car on a ramp and start cleaning up the underside and seeing how bad it is. I know there's a few spots that need welding, so we'll get that organised as soon as we can. Now, the interior is actually where I've done a few things. This steering wheel was absolutely battered when I got it, so I've had that sent off and redone by Royal Steering Wheels. This seat here is absolutely disgusting. I'm thinking of replacing these two seats with matching bucket seats. The actual dash isn't in too bad condition. I painted that with plastic paint when I first got it, but the AC unit is not working at all, so that's something I'm going to have to address as well. Now, the crown jewel of this car, the RB25 Det Neo, the popular engine which sounds, in my opinion, the best sounding engine in the world. You can call me out on that, but I don't really care. Now, these cars suffer massively with strut tops, and this is no exception. As you can see, it's starting to bubble through here. They're double skinned. Now, the way to fix this is a guy down south called Steve Richardson makes replacement panels for these, which you order. I had these before on my R33, which actually fit these, but I was stupid enough to sell it with the car. You can see this side is not as bad, but it's still coming through and needs addressing. In terms of modifications, the engine actually hasn't had much done to it at all, other than this nice little air filter there, which looks pretty cheap. Tidying up this inlet manifold here, they go dull and disgusting. We'll get that polished up. We'll get this painted and refreshed and just go around it and tidy it all up, basically. I think that's going to be the first thing to do before we start chasing any stupid power or anything like that. Right, so first things first, let's get this car to the wash bay and start getting it cleaned up. Start with a gentle rinse off. Some people recommend putting the snow foam on straight away, and for a highly detailed car that's been polished and everything, that is a good idea, because what that does is loosens all the dirt before you start spraying water to it and spreading it around the car. But since this car's in a pretty tired state anyway, I think we can get away with just rinsing it off and jumping straight on the snow foam. After rinsing off the snow foam, you tend to do a good hand wash. You can get in all the nooks and crannies. Snow foam does a pretty good job of loosening and getting rid of most of the dirt, but a proper hand wash just goes that little bit further, and you can get in everywhere. Lovely shot of me there. Again, rinse it off, check you've got everywhere. If you have to do a hand wash again, it's not the worst thing in the world, but again, if you have detailed it everywhere, it can affect it. So try and do it the best you can on the first go. The less contact, the better. That just about wraps up today's video. Miracles are not going to be achieved overnight, and that's the whole point of this series. So make sure you like and subscribe to follow this car turning from the piece of shit it is into a presentable show car.